Raz, like, you gotta hit me every day. Puffy, everybody, Jay-Z, everybody calling.
Done. I got you.
With you in this Chris Stokes shit, man.
I got you.
I need you to, like...
Oh, honey, Raz B, yeah, that Raz B from B2K is back in the headlines, and honey, he's not playing around. He's pointing fingers at some of the biggest names in the industry, including Jay-Z and Ray J, accusing them of threatening his life to keep him quiet about some seriously dark stuff. But hold up, there's more to this story than meets the eye. So let's rewind a bit and get some context, shall we? Raz B has been on this crusade for over a decade now, calling out his cousin and former manager Chris Stokes for allegedly abusing him when he was just a kid. But plot twist, it turns out Chris might not have been the only one involved in this mess. According to Raz, some leaked audio just hit the internet, and it's got Jay-Z, Ray J, and Diddy allegedly threatening him to keep his mouth shut. Why? Because apparently they might have been part of this whole disturbing situation too. Can you believe it? Jay-Z is supposedly freaking out because Raz has the power to expose him, and it's only a matter of time before the truth comes out. Now let's take a trip down memory lane. Back in 2007, Raz dropped a bombshell YouTube video. He accused Chris Stokes of abusing him and his brother Ricardo Thornton. Both Raz and Ricardo were signed to Chris's label, TUG, at the time. Raz claimed Chris used his power over them to do some seriously messed up things. But wait, there's more! Raz didn't stop at Chris. He also pointed fingers at his label mate, Marques Houston, accusing him of inappropriate behavior too. According to Raz, Marques picked up these disturbing habits from Chris, who had allegedly abused Marques as well. It's like a twisted cycle of abuse, y'all. As Raz kept spilling tea, the bigwigs in the industry started getting nervous. They were worried he might expose some of their dirty secrets too. So what did they do? They started coming after him. Hard. At one point, Raz went live on social media, begging for help because the police had burst into his house without a warrant. He was terrified they were there to unalive him. I mean, can you imagine being that scared?
The police are at my door. They walk past my doorstep. I need help. No, I'm not safe. The police. Shauna, call everybody.
Now, despite Chris and Marques denying everything, Raz stuck to his story for over a decade. That is, until last year when he suddenly did a complete 180 and recanted all his allegations. Say what now? Naturally, people were skeptical. I mean, who maintains a story for over 10 years and then suddenly says, oops, my bad? It didn't add up, honey. Folks started speculating that Raz was forced to backtrack by some powerful players in the industry. In his recantation, Raz said some wild stuff. He claimed he was actually abused by his brother and others, and that by the time Chris took custody of him, he was already a mess. He said Chris was never his enemy, but his protector and friend. He even apologized to Marques Houston, calling him his favorite artist. But let me tell you, bestie, people weren't buying it. One person commented, "Baby, just say you were forced to put this up. Ain't no way you were going hard and speaking your truth about what Chris did to you for years, and now the story changes." Another said, "Wait a dang minute. You were saying Chris Stokes did this to you for years on YouTube, and now the story changes? It's giving hacked." Now here's where things get really juicy. Shortly after Raz's recantation, a video went viral of Ray J calling Raz. And what Ray J had to say was shocking, to say the least. Apparently, Jay-Z and Diddy were calling Ray J, telling him to order Raz to recant his allegations about Chris. If he didn't, things were gonna get ugly. Raz looked scared out of his mind during that call, and honestly, can you blame him?
Rephrase that. Raz, like, you gotta hit me every day. Puffy, everybody, Jay-Z, everybody calling.
Done. I got you.
With you in this Chris Stokes shit, man.
I got you.
I need you to, like...
I got you, Ray, and I need you to have me too, because I think I...
Because it's like, damn, like, you didn't even really have to mention it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you really didn't even have to mention it. But I know what you were saying, though. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I respect you, Ray. Nah, I would never want to disrespect you, your mom, or your sister.
But you know what I'm saying?
Later in the video, Raz even went into detail about how he was planning to recant his statement and make it look organic. Talk about behind the scenes drama.
What I do is I do some kind of like little video on World Star. I make it real organic, but I do like a little video where I'm playing the song or whatever, and I clear that for everybody or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I can either do it that way.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't even want you to play the song. Like, I just want you to be like, because I'm on a whole nother page, and like, you know, I got endorsers and shit. I'm getting a lot of paper now.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can't diss anybody that's any kind
Yep.
Now, this video had people convinced that Jay-Z was in on all this mess too. And when you think about it, it's not that far-fetched. Jay used to roll with a crew that included R. Kelly, Diddy, and Russell Simmons. So can he really be as innocent as he wants us to believe? People have been digging into Jay's past, and what they found ain't pretty. For starters, there have been rumors swirling that Jay-Z was allegedly involved with Foxy Brown when she was just 15 and he was 30. The story goes that he lured her into a relationship by promising to boost her career, but once he was done with her, he paid her off and got her blackballed. Yikes.
But that ain't the only one that Jay had when she was underage. Y'all remember Foxy Brown and Jay? Ain't no woman like the one I got. No one could love you better.
Foxy seemed to confirm these rumors when she posted a screenshot of her DMs, saying, "My story will shock you to your core. I don't play victim, but I had to step away for a minute for my sanity or I would have been dead." That's some heavy stuff, bestie. But it doesn't stop there. There are also allegations about Jay-Z being behind the death of his alleged pregnant mistress, Kathy White. Official reports say she died from a brain aneurysm, but some people believe there's more to the story. And who was the first to start pushing this narrative? None other than Jaguar Wright.
Think about Claudia Jordan right now. Claudia Jordan don't ever mention my mother name. She mentioned it yesterday. Talking about why people are afraid to come forward. You mean like you? You was Diddy girl. Corey was Jay-Z girl. Why don't you claim your friend, Claudia?
So, Jack, when you say...
When I say Corey, I'm talking about Kathy White.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to ask.
Jay-Z's pregnant mistress,
yeah,
who died of an imaginary aneurysm, just like the woman who was best friends with Kim and Kimura, who wrote the book Bling and died as soon as it made the bestsellers list. Who the was these people supposed to go to? You can't go to the boss because the boss is you, and the boss's boss don't get no. Can't go to the authorities. They're all bought and paid for. You could try to get a special prosecutor, but they'll just pay somebody to reassign him to another case. Where the fuck you go when you get over by the industry? Nowhere. That's where you go nowhere, which is where people like me step in. You right? I go to Diddy parties to walk cause ain't nobody stopping me when I come. You Sean?
Hey, man.
Weirdo. I don't get no what you got in your head, that neural link. You'll never outthink me, ever. All I do is frustrate your AI. You can't quantify me. You can't even control your wife. You gonna handle a bitch like me. You can't even control that goofy bitch. You should have did a better job. Maybe she wouldn't have had to lose her mind on Kathy. Cause you ain't protecting you. You're protecting her. Wonder why?
And just when you thought it couldn't get any messier, there's speculation about Jay-Z allegedly working with R. Kelly to take out Aaliyah because she rejected their romantic advances. I know, it's a lot to take in.
I guess Jay was trying to get at her as well, and I didn't know. He was sending flowers and he was courting her.
Because the rumor originally was that you were connected to Jay.
Exactly. Jay and I were hanging out a lot. He's my homie. We have a lot of fun together, but we never dated like that.
I'm gonna leave it.
So you have a boyfriend in your life?
It's personal life.
As you can imagine, people have a lot to say about all this. One person commented, "People literally condemned Raz B and he was just telling his story. Celebs in the industry laughed at him, and now that Diddy going down, it's crickets." Another said, "Honestly, Ray J should be charged soon. Never trusted that little piece of shit. I'm sure he's been like a P for these guys and a lot more. Hate that guy." So, what do we make of all this, besties? Is Jay-Z really involved in silencing Raz B? Was Ray J just a pawn in this whole mess? And most importantly, what does this say about the dark underbelly of the music industry? It's a lot to process, I know, but here's the thing. We can't ignore these allegations just because they involve big names. If there's truth to any of this, it needs to come out. The victims deserve justice, and the industry needs a serious cleanup. But let's not jump to conclusions either. These are still allegations, and everyone deserves due process. What we can do is keep our eyes and ears open, support those who speak out, and demand transparency from the industry bigwigs. So, what do you think about all this drama? Do you believe Raz B's original allegations? What about his recantation? And what's your take on Jay-Z and Ray J's alleged involvement? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. because you know your girl Sophie loves to hear what you think. Remember, in this crazy world of entertainment, the truth is often stranger than fiction. So stay woke, stay informed, and never stop questioning. Until next time, this is Sophie Scoop signing off. Stay fabulous and keep spilling that tea. Bye.